we can overcome them all. If we all stand strong together, there's no way we can fall.
You don't have to be afraid of being alone, because you never have been. Look, Grandma made a wish that made everyone sing, so that you'd always be reminded that you're not alone.
Everything seemed hopeless, no chance to break free. Couldn't hear the song inside of me.
Just get it over with. No! Why won't you die?
Left to brave the world alone. Everything seemed hopeless, no chance to break free.
Mom, it's working. Keep going. You can do it.
The years of running, no, not anymore. I know what I'm living for.
As a fan of Once Upon a Time, and a human being in general, this featurette was amazing. I loved it, and I am so excited to see the musical episode this week. It's going to be a fantastic episode, and I'm really glad we're getting behind-the-scenes information about the episode before it airs, and I'm really looking forward to the sneak peeks that are going to be released this week because we're going to have a fun time discussing those as well. So normally I don't really look at behind the scenes minus a still photo or something because it's not the finished product. I'm a huge advocate of reviewing finished products, final trailers, etc. because, you know, you're not taken out of the moment. And at first when I watched it, I was taken out of the moment, but then when I went back to it another 3 more times before I made this video, I thought, oh, this is really, really good. Jennifer Morrison singing, that's amazing. Rebecca Mader isn't as good, but she's definitely good. At first I thought, oh, I need to hear the music, but then I just listened to it again and again. I'm like, ah, she's so good. But Jennifer Morrison blew me out of the water here. She's amazing. She's so, so good. And it's a solo. And what's really interesting, it appears that her singing is relevant to the plot. From the way the trailer was done, it looked like the music was essentially one-off and just in the Enchanted Forest for the purpose of Snow White and Prince Charming trying to protect, you know, baby Emma, who's at that point is really not even conceived, or maybe just in the beginning stages of conception. So, you know, they're trying to essentially stop the Evil Queen's curse from the trailer, and here somehow the spell is back in Storybrooke, and I love it. I love the fact that the music is gonna drive the plot forward. I am not a fan of live-action musicals, though I did love the Flash musical crossover with Supergirl, but overall, I'm not the biggest musical fan, but I know musicals, you know, need to drive the plot forward. That's just what they're meant to do. And, you know, with Disney movies, musicals always do that. You know, the princess movies particularly and whatnot, you know, the numbers always drive the plot. So I kind of thought this episode was going to be essentially just a one-off with, you know, the idea that Once Upon a Time did a musical episode and it was really fun to see. But I like the fact that the songs from this promo anyway are incorporated in, and it's going to move the plot forward. It's really, really, it's great. Like, it seems like we have musical writers on this show right now, which I really like. And I cannot wait to see the Charming song with Lana Parrilla. I think that'll be really fun to see. I've never heard Josh Dallas sing. I really am trying to avoid any singing of these characters that is not based on this episode because I don't want to be spoiled. So this is just more fun for me to watch as it gets essentially doled out. But I think we have a great episode in store for us. Now, the end of the featurette was more or less, seeing some choreography, seeing some song title names and whatnot. That wasn't too amazing, but the beginning of it, the first minute and a half, it's so good, and it's so much fun to watch. I mean, if you guys didn't have a good time watching Jennifer Morrison sing, what's wrong with you? I mean, it's so good. It's so good. You have to like it. You just have to like it. And the song, it seems to be tied into Emma's backstory at the same time, the running away and whatnot, the finding a home. It's lovely. Now, what I also thought was interesting is, we get a little bit of acting too. We get to see the Black Fairy and Emma go at it. So the Black Fairy's like, why won't you die? And I'm thinking, well, she won't die because she's the main character, and of course Jennifer Morrison is not dying. And if there is a season 7, I have heard from a couple sources that Jennifer Morrison is one of the few actors who is in negotiations to get a contract, so that means she ain't dying. So, unless she's coming back as a ghost, but Once Upon a Time doesn't do ghost. And so I can give a good educated guess that she isn't dying. But I like the fact that the Black Fairy's confrontation with Emma seems to be maybe towards the end of the episode, but it's not like the Black Fairy came to the wedding, went, sorry, I'm late, then it went to be continued. It looks like she interrupts the wedding, or they get married, and then they go to fight the Black Fairy right away. So I think the Storybrooke storyline will be really fun and engaging to watch. I'm really impressed with this. I'm really, really impressed with what we saw, and I think you guys, I'm guessing a lot of you are enjoying this as well, because I think the musical episode is just going to be so much fun to see. I'm really looking forward to hearing the score of Rebecca Mader's song, because, her singing alone is good. It's not as good as Jennifer Morrison's, but it's good, don't get me wrong. So I want to hear, the auto-tune a little bit and the score behind her, because I think that's just going to make it really stick out. The way it looked in the trailer, she looks like she's having a fantastic time singing as the Wicked Witch, not just regular Zelina. So I'm really curious to see, how her song is going to be incorporated as well. I think Zelina's probably one of our more interesting characters. Granted, her magic is gone, but I cannot wait to see her sing. But anyway, I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with this, and I'm really glad I got to make an extra Once Upon a Time video this week. So share your thoughts about the featurette in the comments below. Thank you for checking out my quick review of it. It's fun. We have a lot to look forward to. And, I've never seen behind the scenes stuff for Once Upon a Time minus what I've watched for bonus features. So it's fun to see, how the show is set up. And I'm looking forward to the episode quite a bit, as I said. So anyway, share your thoughts, and we'll talk real soon. Bye, guys.